Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Talk Toku. I'm your host, Squall Charlson, and today's guest, we have someone very special who got up early for us to come on to the show. I'm talking about Kotetsu Toys, Taka.
Hi everyone, I'm Taka, Japanese Talk Toys store, Kotetsu Japan owner. I'm selling Japanese Talk Toys and stuff such as Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Ultraman, Garo, and so on for the whole world. Also, I'm a big fan of tokusatsu. I'm watching about 25 years, might be, and would like to share how Toku is amazing content for overseas people. So I'm uploading videos on my YouTube channel, Kotetsu Toys Japan Secret Base, every week. Mainly I'm uploading debating about Toku videos. So if you are interested please check it too. I think you know my English is not good, right? So I might misunderstand questions or something mistake. Please understand. And please understand it to my body skull, okay?
No worries. I've been following your channel. I've been following you on Twitter for a while. And to see where your English has come from to where it is now, to even like be sitting here talking, you put in the work. It's really good and it's coming along. So
okay, thank you.
but yeah, if you guys want to go check out that YouTube, check out all of his videos. It's really cute. He's got like his family. He does, like all these different like tokusatsu toys. He goes out on the street and looking for all these fun goodies. It's a really good channel. Check it out, please.
Yeah. Thank you.
Outside of the toys, outside of your channel, let's talk about what you do, like what your main job is with Kotetsu Toys. Can you explain that to us?
I'm listing and selling Japanese Talk Toys I'm listing items every day for the whole world. Mainly, I think mostly US and UK, Australia, Canada, and so on. I think I was dealing over 50 countries every year. And and I'm always checking every condition and gimmicks such as the light and sound gimmick before I'm resting. I'm still nervous, sorry. Yeah, that's all, I think.
So with the shop, with Kotetsu Toys, you are basically, if I can try to walk through the cycle here, you find toys, you find, used or new items, and you put them on the website to sell to people from all over the country.
Yeah.
Where do you typically find the toys? Like, what do you look for when you're looking for?
I'm purchasing toys from customer in Japan and selling it in my store. Also, I'm going to go long-range item searching trip every month. Unfortunately, I couldn't go recently because of this various pandemic. So I couldn't go recently, but I'm going to go to it every month. So I'm getting toys and items from all over Japan. However, getting toys so hard even in Japan gradually. I think it because of current parents doesn't give a toy for kids. I think it's the same situation in US too, I think, right? I'm so excited when I find classic items or rare items, like when you receive toys from Japan. So mainly I'm searching all over Japan and purchasing toys from customers. I think mainly these two ways is my main way to get items. It's not easy to get an item, Japanese stock item from overseas. So I want to make a place that overseas fans can get easy to get items and toys. So I'm trying to my best, but it's not completely. I can't do it completely, I think.
No, you're doing a great job. Like, I know I don't speak for everybody, but for my needs and other people that, want to find, like you said, like classic items, like a lot of the items on the shop, come from like the Showa era of things, or, even like earlier Heisei eras that are harder to find because a lot of fans, especially in the West here, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Ultraman, all of these, big tokusatsu names are growing, and a lot of new people are jumping into it now. And so for them to go back to the older seasons or the older shows and find that they love those, that they want to, buy from that. It's really hard to find those items, and that's where you come in.
Is Japanese tokusatsu becoming popular in your country recently?
Yes.
Which series is most popular one?
Over here, I know a lot of people. It's kind of like whatever's on is really the big popular one. So of course, Ryu Soldier, came out. Everybody was talking about Ryu Soldier. Everybody was on 01, and now they're Kamen Rider Saber, the new one that's coming up. But what's really cool is the show that you're on right now. I don't know if you know this, but in the West, we have started to license tokusatsu. So we had Super Sentai, Ultraman, and now Kamen Rider. We had Kamen Rider 71 and Kamen Rider Kuga. It's airing on this channel on this block that you are. So you are basically shoulder and shoulder with these heroes.
My Kamen Rider Kuga is my favorite one, so I'm glad to hear it.
I got the Kuga belt right there next to you because I heard somewhere that Kuga was one of your favorites, so I set that up there for you.
Yeah.
So when you're looking for toys, is there anything specific that you are, trying to find, or is it just kind of like, oh, I think this will work, maybe this one?
I try to stock every era, including classic toys, such as Showa and Heisei and so on. But I'm most focusing on when I'm searching toys condition, such as scratches, paints. I'm checking it as much as I can before purchase and before I'm listing in my store. Main target of Talk Toys are for kids in Japan. Almost all toys are not good condition, and so many of it doesn't work. Everything, such as sounds, doesn't work, right? Gimmick is dead. I don't feel bad about the damage of the toys because that's proof that the original owner loved it. I think what I need to do is find an owner who will love it again. Almost all my customers toys collectors, so many of them are looking for good condition ones. That's why I'm focusing on condition. Also, international shipping charge is not cheap, as everyone knows. So for that, I want you to be happy when you receive a little bit more. It makes, before I'm checking a condition, I think you can purchase safely and you can purchase it.
I just see so many statuses and tweets from all, the people that I follow or the people that like them of, hey, I got, my package today from Kotetsu Toys. And, they may buy one or two items, but then there's, a little gimmick or something else in there, like a little candy or something for them, which nice little touch to those,
Yeah, when they let me know when they receive the toys, I'm really happy. So if you can, please let me know when you receive it.
Where did the idea of selling tokusatsu toys come from? Where did that start?
I think it's because of my father. My father gave me Kamen Rider Kuga as a henshin belt when I was a kid, and I was really exciting about it when I get it. So I want to make praise that people from overseas talk fans can purchase easy. I want to make a praise and store which overseas fans can purchase easy to purchase toys more than before. And I want you to feel what I felt when I was a kid when I was get to Kuga's belt.
There's certain sort of emotions and feelings I think tokusatsu gives to the viewers. Not if you're just a kid. Even adults can feel that too. Yeah. And I just think spreading the word of tokusatsu and spreading, the love and the toys really do that, because you can watch, Kamen Rider, on the show, and it's like, oh, that's so cool. I love this show. But once you actually put that belt on for the first time,
It's really exciting time.
Speaking of like the current time and everything that's going on, how has the pandemic sort of affected your shop? Has it made it a little difficult? Has it made it kind of tricky?
I think I talked about it before pandemic is increasing. It's really tough time for every Japanese customer, every Japanese companies. Even it's not a Talk Toy store, I think. It's getting better gradually recently, but still in tough time. 3 of my friend toy store was closing during this pandemic. Birth rate is growing rapidly in Japan, so number of kids who are interested in toku and want to have a toy decreasing. So even it's not during this tough time, toy store include toy makers such as Bandai, Takatomi is still hard. It's getting better and better, but yeah, it's still tough time for me. Our sales of toy is 30 or 50% of down now. So I'd like to try to keep running my store, but I can't say I can or not. So yeah, but so many customers follow and support my store. So I think I can keep my store.
Definitely. Yeah. I feel like, the heroes that we watch on TV, the heroes that are on screen, we're going to need those after all of this, and even during this. So I feel like, there might be a little bit of a recession there. It's going to just spike right back up. Trust me.
Yeah.
I asked you before we were going to sit down and record everything, if you wanted to talk about some of your favorite toys or some of your favorite collectible items and show them to everybody watching here.
It's a really tough question for me. I think many of the same situation because, as you know, there are so many amazing toys. But if I pick one from my collection, I pick this one. Yeah. これかな。よいしょ。It's a Toei HeroNet exclusive Kamen Rider Cougar's Henshin belt. Yeah. I'll open it. Yeah, as you know, Kamen Rider Cougar is my favorite one, so I'm collecting every Kamen Rider Cougar's Henshin belt. Yeah, this one.
Wow. Yeah, it looks just like the one we got here. We got the CSM one in here as well.
Yeah.
Wow, that looks so good.
It's made by Rainbow Company, which is making some props of tokusatsu. And so it's almost the same as prop in Talk TV show. I don't remember exact data of when it was released, but I didn't have much money to purchase it at that time. So I couldn't get it when it's released. However, several years before, my friends was offering me to purchase it. I was spending so much time for purchase or not because it's really expensive. I don't remember original price of it, but I think original price is around 100,000 yen or more. And I'm not checking current market price, but second-hand market price at that time is around 150,000 yen, I think. So my friend offered to buy me for 100,000 yen at that time. It's expensive, but not expensive. Like Akiba say. I think many toy collectors think sometimes, yeah, it's expensive, but not expensive, yeah, as you know. And I can pay it for it, but I should send my food cost or something, any other cost down. So I'm after spending so much time, I got it from my friends. Because Cougar is my favorite, and if there's no Cougar, I think I'm not running this store now. And before Cougar was airing, I'm a fan of Toku, but not collecting toys. So Deluxe Cougar Henshin belt is my first Henshin belt and the most memorable one for me. So when I heard TokuSHOUTsu, your your site was releasing Cougar in your site, so I'm really happy to many overseas fans can watch Camera the Cougar easily. So I appreciate your hard work. Yeah.
It's fun because like a lot of the episodes, I don't know, this might date the episodes, but a lot of the episodes that we've been recording for Let's Talk Toku come right before Kamen Rider Kuga comes on TV. So it's kind of a nice little handoff there.
Also, I think I shouldn't say it because I'm Talk Toy store owner, not a DVD store owner, but I'm really loving to collect Toku DVD and Blu-rays. Sometimes I keep money for DVDs and toys sometimes. In my case, I love to play toys, but I'm also loving to watch shows. Recently, I'm getting Chojisete Jetman, this one. Jetman DVDs. I was looking for perfect condition ones, so I really want to get it, but I've never purchased it before. When I was finding this, I was very exciting.
We actually released that set over here as well, so West fans over here get to partake in Jetman as well.
Jetman is popular one in your country too. Mm-hmm. Or I think Power Ranger is starting from Jew Rangers. So I think Jew Ranger I think Jew Ranger is so popular even in US or UK. But Jetman is before Jew Ranger series. So is it a popular or not so popular?
With Jetman, I think a lot of people were able to look at sort of everything that came out, because obviously this for Japan, was just another season, but this to, me growing up, this was Power Rangers. These were like the people that I would watch every morning, there they are. And I think finding Jetman, like even Jetman and Die Ranger are really, really popular because they came from the same era. They came from like that same sort of potential, and I think that's why a lot of people like Jetman, because they love sort of those characters and sort of the violence almost that the 90s has. Like there's a lot more like threatening things that happen that you don't see in like Ryu Soldier.
So you grew up watching the Power Ranger series. So when Super Sentai?
Well, like I've said it a few times on the show. I've grown up with Power Rangers. So like as a little kid, that's all that was on TV. Power Rangers this, Power Rangers that. And as like each Sentai season, for the most part, they would turn into a different season over here. And so all my life, I love Power Rangers. And a lot of people look down on me and they were like, you still like Power Rangers? Ha, But it's superheroes. I'm like, I love this. This is fun. This is cool. And it was around 2006 or 7, there was a Power Ranger season that came out that I was just like, maybe I don't like this. And I found on YouTube, somebody comparing the Power Ranger season to the Japanese season, which was Juken Sentai Geki Ranger.
Geki Ranger, yeah.
And in the American version, they have sunglasses that they put on, and then they press a button, and then they strike their pose. And I was like, okay. But as you've seen in Geki Ranger, they have the beast knuckles, and then they punch, and I was like, I have to find this. I have to watch all of this. And it's been a long journey, but there's just so much to check out. And Geki Ranger was kind of where I started on that journey.
I haven't watched the Jungle Fury yet, but I watched the Mofa scenes at YouTube, and I like that sunglasses style. It's not bad for me, and when I watch it, I really wanted the sunglasses.
This is so funny because I'm over here in America looking at Japan saying, I want them knuckles, and you're over there looking here and saying, those sunglasses wouldn't be too bad.
I'd like to starting the sunglasses if I can go to US.
It was an interesting change, but I think getting into tokusatsu and Sentai has been really fun. I've gotten to meet a lot of great people, and The toys are so good. Like I know you mentioned just a little bit ago, Akage Nobu from Akibarenja. And if I can show you one of my favorite toys, it is the Moi Moi Zikyun.
I think the Lightning Collection figure series, I think it looks very good, but I haven't get it, so I don't know exactly, but I only see the photo of it, and it looks good. And is it good for you or overseas fans? Because Bandai stopped to release SH Figures Super Sentai series, and you have a chance to get these kind of Super Sentai figures. Yeah. So is Lightning Collection figure is popular or not?
A lot of people I've seen online are even obsessed with the figures, because over here it's like $20 for a figure, and these are, you know, like typically the face looks really good. You can take the head off and put like the helmet on. It's not obviously the quality of an SH figure art, but it does have, you know, posability. It is better than, you know, what we were originally getting with Bandai of America's figures. And it's just, like you said, there is so many possibilities to get these sort of figures. Like when Ryu Soldier gets turned into Dino Fury over here soon, we're potentially going to get those lightning figures of the Ryu Soldiers. And so for fans, you know, in any other country that doesn't sell these, that's going to be an item that people will want to get, because that, you know, is basically like an SH figure art, and, you know, they're cheap, they're fun, they're good, and they look great too.
And also, I want to get, I think, classic Power Ranger series have the same high quality morpher and weapons. They are releasing it, I think. So how about it? Is it good quality or not good quality?
This is kind of like the thing that a lot of people find, is that they'll release a lot of these items, especially for Zyuranger, Power Rangers. They released one of the figures, and it was, you know, or like the morpher, and it was like die-cast metal, and it was really nice. It doesn't say Zyuranger on it. It says, you know, Power Rangers. And those are nice. You know, they even sell like some of the helmets. Like they sold Red Ranger helmet and, you know, Die Ranger White Tommy's helmet. And those for the price are nice. But then again, there's a lot of other things that they try to, you know, constantly sell for Power Rangers, because I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing, and I might ask you about this too, but in America, Power Rangers is the original series, you know, it's like the Go Ranger. But I don't think anybody in Japan is obsessed about Go Ranger. Do you know what I mean? Like there's nobody that, like, you know, you would have Kiramager toys come out and someone just stand there and go, ugh, it's not Go Ranger, I don't want that. That's kind of what happens over here, you know, like we have like Ninja Steel come out, we have Beast Morphers, and you have people that are go, ugh, I just want Mighty Morphin stuff. Do you have anything like that you see maybe in Japan? Like, is there any series or any like groups of people that like?
Many of Japanese fans love current series and classic series. So when Bandai announced they released some classic toys like Super Sentai Artisan or Complete Selection, we are always excited to get it. And many of kids are watching classic Kamen Rider and Super Sentai recently because it's easy to watching this on internet. So I think many kids trying to get a classic morpher or robot makers, but it's so expensive. I think kids can afford to get it because they don't have much money. But if Bandai these classic ones too, I think kids also enjoying it to get. Kids enjoying to get it, I think. I think
it's kind of like Kamen Rider Den-O, where you know Den-O had all these amazing characters, and it was such a fun show that really expanded into all the movies and all the other series. And it was kind of like, you know, you get Kamen Rider Decade, but then it's like, here's Den-O as well. I think the Power Ranger thing kind of can be like that, because Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was such a gigantic property, and you had so many people jump in. And then, you know, by the end of that, while the show, you know, continues, where it's fun to think like Japan doesn't have that. You know, Sentai is new and it's different every season. Same with like, you know, Kamen Rider and for the most part Ultraman. Like they're drastically different. You know, they're not all continuous. They're not all the same. And so you don't get these types of people who just want, you know, where's all my Die Ranger stuff? I want to just buy Die Ranger toys. Why are you giving me Kira Major? You know what I mean?
So I think Die Ranger and Kaku Ranger doesn't have adaptation in Power Ranger series, I think. No. I think Kiba Ranger existed in Power Ranger series, but Kaku Ranger is なんだっけ、ミュータントじゃなくて、エイリアンレンジャー。
Correct.
Yeah. Is Alien Ranger is series or just guest characters?
It was a short series at the end of season 3. So what they did, I actually spoke with Ogawa-san himself. He came to America. He played Kaku Ranger Red, Sosuke. And we, during the interview, he was upset because he was also there with the kid who played Kiba Ranger from Die Ranger. So they were both there, and we interviewed both of them. And everybody is just like, oh, you know, it's him. You know, he was the White Ranger, because in America, Jew Ranger, the 6 that they had there, Green Ranger dies, just like in Jew Ranger, but then he comes back as the White Ranger from Die Ranger.
Yeah, Kiba Ranger,
Which is kind of confusing, you know what I mean? But then, speaking with Ogo-san, he was really upset and kind of mad because he's like, look at him. He gets to be the coolest Power Ranger in America. And what am I? I'm just an alien. So I got one question to ask you.
Yeah.
Why do you think tokusatsu toys are so sought after, or why do you think people cherish them as much as, you know, other toys?
I think the most reason, I think it has a dream. The most, I think many Toku fans thought wanna be a hero once. Of course, we can't Kenshin or something change to any heroes now, but toys can make our dreams come true, albeit indirectly. So, no. I think it's, Tokusatsu Toys have many dreams. I think it's because the Tokusatsu Toys is very amazing, fantastic, and I'm selling Tokusatsu Toys. So my reason is my answer for it is it has a dream.
I like that. I like the idea that, you know, you can buy an action figure and it's, you know, fun. You can make them walk around. You can pose them. You can have them on a shelf. But a lot of the items that they sell, like, you know, a belt or a henshin device, that these are, I don't know, like integral parts of the show. Like if you buy them, if you get to hold them, you know, like if you're wearing the 01 driver every, you know, morning watching, you know, a new episode of 01, you want to get that progress key out and right when, you know, Aruto or whoever does that, like it makes the show feel different and more real.
That's what I want to say.
I know we talked a little bit about Kamen Rider Kuga, but for your dream finds, what would be something that you...
one of my dream find item is from Gao Ranger. Yeah, I think as I upload video, I have a Gao Panda which is rotary exclusive one, but I have never seen the golden color power animals. Yeah, I think it's only 2 or 3 in the world. Yeah, and I haven't seen it before, and it's my dream finding one. Yeah, Gao King, Gao Muscle. I think Gao Icarus has golden version. My friend has the metallic color Gao King. I think it's also 2 or 3, only 2 or 3 in the world. Yeah, it's really amazing quality. But I want to see golden color ones. Yeah, and the other this current Super Sentai doesn't have golden color or lottery exclusive logos makers recently. But I think until Bokenger, they are releasing some golden color or metallic color toys. Yeah, toys or robots or makers, and sometimes clear color. Chrono Changer from Time Ranger, to Deca Swan's Morpher. Yeah, they are releasing, but it's only exclusive, lottery exclusive. Yeah, I really want to get Wizard Fire's Morpher. Yeah, they didn't release it in normal market. I think Power Rangers series have fire color, red color version much fun, but Power Rangers also doesn't have Wizard Fire's one, I think, yeah. So I really want to, yeah, if I can't get it, I want to see Wizard Fire's Magic Phone in VR. Yeah, it's my dream. Do you have any dream toys for you?
It's weird, you know, because like I'm a big collector. Like I know, like, you know, we all collect the toys. We all, you know, collect and buy the things from the show. Like you, I really loved the DVDs that when I was I got into college and I started doing like, you know, like film work and everything. I actually started authoring my own DVDs over here because in Japan, the DVDs don't have English subtitles on them.
Yeah.
And so Jetman was actually one of the first ones that I sat there and I took somebody else's, you know, script that they had wrote for the whole show, and I would throw that onto a video, onto a DVD, and then I had the DVD myself, and then I, you know, would like print out my own paper, put it into the case, and I made my own DVDs. But the Blu-ray sets that came out are so good. I have a few. I bought a few of the movie ones, which were around, I want to say like 8,000 yen. They're really expensive ones, and it's just, you know, like Kamen Rider Double A to Z.
Do you have a plan to release Metal Hero series DVD or release Metal Heroes show on your site?
So actually on my shelf here, let me oh no, everything's falling over. One of the ones that we actually did release in America, this wasn't through Shout Factory, this is through another group, but they had Juspion.
Juspion.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard Juspion is so famous character in Brazil. Yeah, is it? What? But I don't know why is it so popular in Brazil.
I think it's kind of sort of like Ultraman was really popular in America because it was brought over here and it was dubbed into English. And so, you know, like my parents who grew up, you know, like in the 60s and 70s, they got to see that show and they know Ultraman, even if they don't, you know tokusatsu, they know Ultraman. I think the same thing happened in Brazil where Gavin and everybody else wasn't brought over, but Juspion was. And so Juspion became, you know, kind of like, hey, oh yeah, we know that one.
It's a good timing to release it because Gavin was joined to Power Rangers Beast Morpher Season 2. I couldn't watch it yet, but yeah, I saw it. They skipped that episode. So I was really surprised Gavin was joined to it.
They had Jiraiya in Ninja Steel.
So they didn't skip it. そうなんだ. But Jiraiya and that's everyone knows Gavin and Jiraiya because Metal Hero is I think Metal Hero is not so popular in US, so I thought they didn't know who are you.
I think it's kind of like as a kid, or as an American audience who don't know these characters, it's kind of like the old show where they would just take Japanese footage of them in suit fighting, and nobody really knew that. You put like your American cast in front of it, and you film them in high school, them at the juice bar, and then when they're like, oh no, it's time to transform, and it cuts it cuts to the Japanese footage. I think people don't know that at the time. Same with these characters on Twitter. People that watch tokusatsu, people that know Metal Hero are like, Commander Chaku, no, that's Gavin, man.
So I hope you will release Bruce Watt and Rescue Police Hero, because I'm a big fan of Bruce Watt and Soul Brain series, so I hope you do it.
Hey, if you guys are listening, Shout Factory, come on, if you're listening, we need Metal Hero.
So I have a question about Dengo. I think you love Dengo, as I say, yeah. So I think you love Momotaro's.
Yes, he's my favorite.
Yes. But I'm curious. I'm just wondering, does US talk fans can understand comedy scene of Dengo?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It very much comes down to, and I think Momotaros really does this well. He's very physical. It's very like, bah, he'll kick somebody in the head, and he'll like, come in and just be like, oi,
Yeah.
But a lot of the fan subbers, so the people, in America who do speak Japanese, who do, work with these others who can speak Japanese to translate the shows before, like a big company like Crunchyroll or Shout Factory come in, they were really, it was kind of a hit or miss. So some groups could subtitle something and it might make sense. They might have, what they're saying down here, and then they might have a note at the top of the frame, just like, this is why this is funny. He's talking about ice cream here, but the word for ice cream also sounds like this guy's name. That's why it's a pun. Haha, get it, right? And I think why Momotaros, for me at least, is because it's very obvious what he's trying to do or say, even if he himself is super confused about it. And it's super physical too, of course. So I think that's why it's easier for that kind of comedy to come across.
Yeah, I thought it's so hard to translate comedy scene to English, I think. So, yeah, I thought, can you understand US people? Can US fans understand that comedy scenes? Because it's Japanese jokes. Yeah. So I just wondering about you.
It kind of comes down to an argument too that I've seen so many times where people will say like, it's either phonetical, meaning like it's exactly what the character says, like directly translated, like, or like, what does he say? Oh, I can't even think now. I'm on the spot. Fake fan. He says like, ore, sanjo, which means I have arrived.
Oh, yeah, I understand what you mean, but it's not good translation, I think. Yeah.
Right. And like he might be saying it in a funny way, or he might be, like saying it differently, that if you translate it directly, what that might means, which means I've arrived, I am here, you might have to do it like, I finally showed up, because it's like it's been implied. It's tricky, but some of those subtitlers are really smart, and a lot of the Kuga stuff has been very, very happy, like with how they translated it. A lot of people are upset too because the Grongi is translated, even though it's not technically translated in Japanese version. So some people are upset.
How do you translate Grongi's words to English?
So in because there's a lexicon, which is like all of the words that basically what they say, by the end of watching the show, you learn, you know, words here and there. And they even, after the show released originally in 2000, they released a book, a sort of translation of how to decipher what is being said by the Grongi. And most of the time it's just like, oh, he's Kuga. Oh, we got to stop him. Oh, let's kidnap her. You know, it's real, you know, pretty shallow stuff that's like, oh, that doesn't ruin anything. But that's caused quite a commotion with people saying, hey, we shouldn't be able to read what they're saying. But it's also like, if you don't, you know, it'd be weird as an audience to watch it and not be translated. I don't know. It's a tricky situation.
I'm just wondering, can you understand my English?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I did so many grammar pronounce mistakes, so I'm just wondering, can you understand every audience and you?
I think just watching, you know, like your channel and just you in general branch out and really kind of, because English isn't obviously, you know, your native language. Japanese is. I don't know if you speak any other languages outside of Japanese and English. But second languages are hard. And I think especially for people who speak English, you know, as Americans, it's really hard for some people to wrap their mind around speaking another language. And there's a difference between understanding it and actually being able to think and speak in it too. So I'm super impressed by Taka. Like,
thank you. Yeah, I think, I don't have any question now.
Okay, no worries. But that's all that we have for this episode of Let's Talk Toku. Thank you so much for your time and coming on the show. Hopefully we didn't wake you up too early.
Thank you so much for offering me to talk here, because it's my first interview and video in English with my friends. So yeah, it's nice. It's the first time to talk with you. Yeah, before I shoot this video, I'm really nervous, and I couldn't sleep well last night. Yeah. Because what should I talk in there? Is it like I'm really confused. And when I received message from you about how about to join this channel, so I'm really excited. Yeah, I was really excited, but I'm also really so nervous to talk in English, because when I upload video on YouTube, I'm writing a script I'm spending about 2 or 3 hours for making a script. So I'm afraid to talk in English. So, but I'm really happy to talk with you this time. Yeah, thank you for wanting me to.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on. Like, I've said it a few times already, like, your English, it's great. There's no problem there. I don't think you should ever have to be nervous again.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And we hope to see you all on the next episode of Let's Talk Toku. We're almost done with this season. Who's going to be our next guest? You'll have to tune in and find out. All right, bye, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.